Call to the booth, Harrison Sanford, Aqib Talib, right here on Altitude TV. If you don't watch us on Altitude TV, find us on YouTube, subscribe on all your podcast channels. It's been a pleasure rocking with the Broncos fans all year long, and we're going to talk about Nathaniel Hackett in just a moment. But first, as Aqib said, the GOAT has retired. It's official. It was unofficial, official this past weekend, but now it's official. Aqib, when you saw the news today, when we recording this Tuesday, what went through your mind?
You kind of knew it was kind of true, man. Tom hit me a couple days ago anyway. He ain't really say he retired or nothing. He just hit me, said, I love you, bro. So I kind of knew, you know what I'm saying? I love you, Tommy, man. You know, he ain't never just hit me out the blue before like that. You feel me? So I kind of knew something was up, man. But Tom gave more than enough to this game, man. On that text, I just told him, man, my most memorable football was playing with you and playing against you, though, for real. So, man, he the GOAT, man. He the GOAT. He touched so many players in the league. All these young quarterbacks got some little aspect of Tom Brady in their game because they grew up watching him win Super Bowls. So, man, he a blessing to the game, man. The game needed him, and we definitely gonna miss him.
When we talked last week, you and I both assumed that Tom Brady was not retiring just because of the way the team went out, the whole Antonio Brown thing, Chris Godwin getting injured. But as more and more as I thought about it over the weekend, the one thing that Tom Brady didn't get last year that he did get this year, even though last year he won the Super Bowl, this year he got to play in front of fans. And I could imagine that would be a real disappointing way to have retired without playing in front of fans that he got to this year. So maybe that is part of the reason as well. He got to feel like a true NFL star quarterback, being able to see fans in the stands and go around the NFL landscape. Now we move on. There were fans in the Denver Broncos, for the Denver Broncos this year. They were not as happy with the product, and they weren't happy with the head coach. Vic Fangio's gone. Nathaniel Hackett is in. Aqib, was this a good hire, despite the fact that Aaron Rodgers might come along? If you eliminate that factor, do you like that? You can't eliminate that
factor. You can't eliminate that factor, though. That's the most important factor. That's the most important ingredient. That's like, you know what I'm saying? We trying to fry some chicken. Did you like the fried chicken? That's to eliminate the flour. Like, it's not fried chicken without the flour on it. You know what I'm saying? So you can't eliminate that, Harrison. That's I think Coach Hackett was the perfect hire just because the things that he may even bring to the table. Just the thought that he can bring A-Rod with him, you know what I'm saying, and Devontae with him, or if he brought one of them with him, you know what I'm saying, I think that's major. That's a major come up if you're a Bronco, right? So he is a, well, we'll see. He didn't call the plays in Green Bay. So we'll see how good of a play caller he is this season. He seemed like a people person, man, very upbeat guy. He seemed like the guys are like him, man, but all that is yet to be determined, man. Only thing we know right now is that he might bring A-Rod with him. So with that being said, man, we love that hire.
The thing about Tom Brady retiring, there were a couple of places that could use a quarterback this offseason. Tampa Bay now becomes one of them.
Set up market. Too, real set up, you know what I'm saying, ready for another chip run. But that team might look different a little bit. You know, they kept 22 starters from the year they won the Super Bowl. They won't do that this year. They got a couple free agents. So that team may look a little bit different, and not too much different, but that team is definitely going to be a little bit different.
Speaking of Super Bowl, it's the Bengals and the Rams, just like we all predicted. When we come back, we'll take a quick look into how the teams are set up, who could win, some betting props. It's called To the Booth. Tap back in. Aqib, answer me this. How do players usually spend, the wise players usually spend this Super Bowl bye week?
This week, that's really what it's about, man. The second bye week, everybody on the team got something that's banged up, whether it's some major or some light, but that's really what it's about, man. You know, and for the coaches, I think for the building, it's more about just keeping that tempo up, you know, just having short, fast, quick practices. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping our tempo up, keeping our execution up, going over all our basic checks. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a review type of week for us. You know what I'm saying? You start honestly, in the building, you start your game plan at what we did both times. We started our game plan that first week because we had to travel the second week. The Rams don't have to travel. But we did our whole game plan. And so this week, we did it like a regular week, like we was playing this weekend. So started on Wednesday, first, second down. Thursday, did third down. Red zone, 2-minute, whatever on Friday. And then we just did it again the following week. So when we was out there, we kind of already put the game plan in. We know it's going to be distractions with travel and your family and stuff. So we already had our business basically handled. We was kind of reviewing for a week, then we played the game. So a lot of teams probably handling it like that. I know that's probably how Sean handling it. But as the players, they're going to be trying to get healthy. Coaches, man, you putting in that game plan so you're not cramming the week before the game. You could tweak anything you need to tweak. You know what I'm saying? You got 2 weeks to do it.
You mentioned getting healthy. Real quick, Aqib. Bigger injury concern, CJ Uzomah for the Bengals or Tyler Higbee for the LA Rams?
Oh, I might go Higbee, man. I think if you the overall package, I think Higbee more involved in the offense overall. You know what I'm saying? It been games. I had CJ on my fantasy, and it was days that I wish I ain't start him. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't just going ham all year. You know what I'm saying? I think Higbee numbers might not pop off the tape, but he got some games where he scored multiple touchdowns. And also he a big deal on third down for the Rams, man. Stafford look at him a lot on third down because, you know, Kupp get the doubles. Odell's starting to get them. And Higbee get a lot of the one-on-ones. He win a lot of the one-on-ones. So I had to go Tyler Higbee right there.
Aqib, real quick, your top 5 players in the Super Bowl, please.
First pick, Aaron Donald. Got to go with the most disruptive guy on the field. I'm a defensive guy, so I'm always going defense first. Number 2, I might got to go to Cool Joe, man. Cool Joe is it's hard to pass up on a young quarterback, year 2 quarterback. I can start my franchise with this guy, and he cool. He's so cool. I know he can handle every situation. If he's not available, I'm going Jalen Ramsey. I need a lockdown guy. I start my team with a lockdown corner. That's what Jalen Ramsey is, one of those unicorn type of talents. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to see too many corners come around like him. But if he's not available, I'm going to go Jamar Chase because I feel like he's the same thing, a unicorn type of receiver. And you see those guys come once every decade or something like that. You got a Moss, you got a Calvin Johnson came, and then I say it's Jamar Chase is the next guy who checking every single box, 5 boxes. I talk about them on another show. Jamar Chase checking every single one of them. And if Jamar Chase not available, I'm going to go Cooper Kupp because he's right there too, man. I say the only box he's not checking is probably that speed, that 4.3 type speed box. He's checking every other box, man, and he's a dog. And I definitely start the franchise with Cooper Kupp, man. He brings something different to the table, and he brings something that a lot of receivers bring to the table, that prima donna tag. He's the total opposite of that. So, man, I love to have him and start my franchise around him, man. So, AD, Cool Joe, Jalen Ramsey, Jamar Chase, Cooper, Kupp, top 5 players in the playoffs. I mean, in the chip, if you ask me.
If you have been watching our show or just caught onto the show, I think you should go back and listen to our interview with Andrew Whitworth. He talked a lot about getting back to the Super Bowl this year, getting back, getting healthy, working with Joe Burrow. Both of them went to LSU, and now they're playing against each other. The former Bengal versus the current Bengal in the Super Bowl. Should be a lot of fun. Good connective fiber there. Shout out to all the Broncos fans who watched us on Altitude TV. I know we started with the no-fly zone, and we went through this whole season, even though this season we all wish it went to the playoffs, but that's not the case. Maybe next year. But shout out to y'all regardless. Aqib, see you next week. Everybody else, get to save your money this weekend.